Welcome friends to the GIS Station channel. Today again we are going to learn something new. Today we are going to learn how to create this type of effect on your map, which is based on your subject. Basically I indicate this portion, you can say this layer, as a forest layer, and as you can see I have some trees over there, and I have also I'm also using a pattern. If you can see closely, I have used a pattern, and over that I have entered an marker, which is watercolor marker, and I have used another marker, which is these trees, and place them randomly. And I have another layer for the settlement, for showing settlement area, human settlement area. As you can see, there are some human settlement portion over there, and we are going to map them. So these are the forest area, and these are the area of human settlements. You can say there are some buildings, some factories over there, and some field. We doing this for education purpose, for learning purpose, so we randomly select this area and make them area of human settlement area. So first of all you need some data, some you can say some images, some patterns, so that it will help you to create this type of effect on your own map. So as you can see, I have some image file. This is the pattern which I have used in my project. This is the watercolor marker, as I use this as watercolor marker. This is the human settlement symbol, the house symbol. You can see there are some house symbols over there, and we have used this background image. And one thing which you have to remember, that keep the resolutions of these images as much low as possible, so that your work doesn't lag, or you can work smoothly on your QGIS project. So we are going to make this project happen. So first of all, I am going to duplicate this. Make a copy. From there I'm going to make a copy of my layer forest smooth, and another one is settlement, and make a duplicate and change them as a normal layer. And I'm going to change the color so that you can identify easily which are the. As of now, I'm going to use this color. This color is for forest area, and this color belongs to human settlement. So we are going to change this both layers attribute, or you can say styling. Change the both layer style from this to that. So how we can do that? So first of all, you need to open your layer styling panel. I'm going to open my layer styling panel, and there is a already fill option available, which is shape fill. I'm going to use this, but not as simple fill. I'm going to use it as raster image fill, and select the background base image. This is a normal pattern, and if you don't know how to create a pattern, I'm going to show you how to create a pattern, shameless pattern in Photoshop for your QGIS work. Just open a pattern which you want to make shameless. I'm going to open this pattern. I'm going to close this. Okay, now as you can see, this is a pattern, but it's not shameless. I'm going to make it shameless. So how we can do that? For that you need to go to filter and then go to offset. But first of all, you need to check the area, height and width. It is 1667, so you need to give some data based on this height and width. So we are going to filter other and then press offset, and here we have to give the half value of the height and width. So height was 1000, so here we have to give 500, and the width was 667, so the half is approximately 333. So as you can see there, the screen is splitted now. Now we have to remove the edges by using the content aware tool. It is a fantastic tool of Photoshop. You can use it in many purposes of your QGIS works, and by pressing Shift plus F5 from your keyboard in Windows, you can easily open the fill option, and from the content option just select the content aware and don't touch anything else and press OK, and it will take some time, and you can see the edge lines are removed. Now save it, but make sure reduce the file resolution. I'm going to make 300 resolution, and change the color by pressing Ctrl plus U. By using manipulation of hue and saturation data, as you can see, as per requirement, I'm going to change the background layer from the brownish color to greenish color. Okay, it's good for now. I'm going to save this and give the file name as new background and save this as JPG, no issues. Okay, now I'm going to save this, and it's okay. We're going to use quality 6. Okay, now you can check your data. It is your new background, which is look like this, and we are going to put this on your forestry background layer. So just right click over there, go to properties, and from field data you can change the option to you can select the new background image and press apply, and you can check also you didn't find any edge over here, and now press OK. Now we have to add the watercolors. So it gives you a feel like it's a vintage type map. So it looks good for your any project purpose. For visualizing, it's a very user friendly, or you can say it's a gives a cool look to your project. So you're going to add some watercolor. Just add a new field and change the same. You can change it from shape field, simple field, to markers, random markers. Okay, random marker field. And now we are going to change the marker type from simple marker to raster image marker. Okay, now select the background image. You can download the watercolor from Google easily, but if you find in Google as JPG, then you have get this type of data which are not transparent. They are comes with this white portion. So how if you want to remove this white portion and place it on your map, then and use it as a marker, then you have to remove the white portion. Open this open the downloaded watercolor image on your Photoshop, and you actually Photoshop is a wonderful platform for giving a special look to your maps. And I'm always recommended that please use Photoshop, and here you can find lot of option which makes your map looks better. And we are going to remove the background. Just double click over here and remove the lock icon, and then press Alt from your keyboard and click these sliders just once, and then slide the slider gradually, and see the background is removed, and slide the slider accordingly to your image, and make sure it's look nice to your image. It's don't dissolve this image also. Take care of it. Now crop the area so it reduces the image size, and then change the color accordingly by pressing Ctrl plus U. And now click the colorize option and change the color to green. Okay, just to give some light green. Okay, now press OK, press Ctrl plus S, then change the file type as PNG, and we're going to keep the file name bg new. Press enter, press OK. Now here we are going to select the new bg. Okay, now change the size. It's depend on your image. I'm going to give 5, and this is the point count. We are going to 10. It's good. I think I'm going to apply it. Okay, it's too small. We are going to make it some large, make it some more large. We are going to give 50, so that I think it will look good. And size 50, and we're going to okay, and we're going to click the clip marker to the polygon boundary so that the extra portion will not be visible. Okay, see, as so as you can see, the watermark layer markers are placed on your map, and we're going to increase the marker size further so that it will look good on your map. Okay, now I'm going to use 120. Okay, it's fine now. Okay, now we are going to add the tree markers. So same, we have to go to the symbology option, then select, then add another field by clicking over the plus icon over here, and now again go to random marker field, and go to markers, simple markers, and from here symbol layer type, from simple marker change it to raster image marker, and select the tree pattern. If you download it from Google, you will get the image like this image. It comes with the white background, and use the same process I showed you previously. Use the same process and download and save the file as PNG, and make the file size as low as possible so that it will not hang your QGIS software, and you can use smoothly. You can use this pattern smoothly. Now increase the file size, increase the pattern marker size. I'm going to use 30. Sorry, it's too big. Then we are going to 20. No, it's also too big. I'm going to 10. I'm going to use 10, and also now I don't want to clip markers to my polygon boundary. Then click apply. You can see my trees are going outside. It will also give a very cool effect. And now I'm going to increase the quantity of trees. So I'm going to give marker quantity sheets point counts 10 to 50. I think 50 is works well. Okay, 50 is fine. And now we are going to add some shadows around the boundary, so it gives a depth on your layer. So again we are going to go to the symbology option, and from here select the raster file, and now click the draw effect option, click the star icon over here, and click the inner glow option, and click the single color. If it's not selected, then select this click this drop down menu and click pick color. Click any dark color and make it dark further. I'm going to dark it further, and you can see the nice beautiful effects over here, and click on OK, apply. Now click on OK, and now we are going to add our another layer, which is for the settlement layer, and we are going to add the background layer first, the background pattern layer. So we are going to open our image, we are going to open our background image. Okay, this is our background image, and we are going to change, we need to just change the color only. We need to just change the colors, and just zoom it further and open the hue saturation panel and change the color from green to some brownish type color, so that it gives a view of soil, like brownish color. It's good enough. Okay, now save as icon and save it as JPG file. Now open the layer styling panel, symbology panel, and click on the sample fill option and change the simple layer type from simple fill to raster image fill, and select the exported image. Press OK, press apply, and now add some effects, add some markers in the layer. I'm going to add another shape fill, set it as random fill marker, select simple marker, and from here raster image marker, and now select the house icon and increase the point of 20 and increase the icon size to 2 to 5. I guess it looks fine in the map, and clip rasters, don't click OK, or don't check this option, and now give the outline shadow. So click the base raster file, base raster image fill, click on the draw effects, click the star icon, and then click inner shadow, select the pick color, and let's darken it. We're going to dark it further, and now click on OK, apply, OK. Now move the human settlement layer to the upside of the forest layer. So as you can see, the houses are now looks very good. Okay, now we are going to add the print layout. Okay, see, it's now look very fine, and as we know, there you're supposed to add some scales, some direction symbols, and some text as required. It's depend on your project. So add this and use this type of effects on your map. It's a very helpful. Okay, that's all for today, and do subscribe to my channel, give a thumbs up, and comment your views. Thank you for watching. Jai Hind.